Hello dear road trip lovers and welcome to another road tourist videos on Roads channel. We are now preparing for a very scenic drive in the Bavarian mountains, in the Alps. I will drive on B11 from the intersection with B472. We are now on the concurrent section between B11 and B472, but we will soon go south from here, from Bichl, to go into the mountains. It will be a very scenic winter drive. The weather is very nice, it's sunny. It snowed a few days ago, I think yesterday and the day before yesterday. There was some snow, not so much, a few centimeters, but it's enough to change the landscape into a winter wonderland here in South Bavaria. And we are now on B11, a national road that goes from Munich to Mittenwald. It actually starts as a Czech border, then follows, goes through the Bavarian forest, then the Isar River Valley to reach Munich, and then goes south over Wolfratshausen, Bichl to Mittenwald. We are now on the bypass of the small village of Bichl. That's on the left. There are already very nice views to the mountains. You can see Benediktbeuern in front of us. It's a mountain with highest peak at 1801 meters. You can see also Jochberg a little bit on the right at 1 o'clock now. And we are now entering Benediktbeuern. This village is famous for a big abbey that lies here. That's a little bit on the right of us. It's a big abbey founded in the 8th century, I think, so it's very old. That should be very nice. On the first parts there are some villages until we'll start to climb up in the mountains. Starting in Kochel am See, Kochel on the lake. There will be two very picturesque lakes on the way, Kochel and Walchensee lakes. It's very nice area, it's very picturesque. I'll try to keep the windshield as clean as possible, but that's not an easy job. It's quite difficult to film these conditions because the road is wet and the windshield gets dirtier very fast. It gets dirty very fast, but I will do my best to try to keep it as clean as possible. There are 2 degrees now, or at least that's what my car thermometer shows. It's a very sunny day. Should expect very nice views in the mountains. I like a lot when the mountains are snowy and it's sun and you have a very nice visibility. Quite some traffic here between these villages. The road is also not the fastest one, going from village to village, and with a quite curvy alignment, but it's very nice. You see also at 1 o'clock now the Heimgarten Herzogstand reach. Very nice area, very nice hike up there. Not the easiest one, but very nice. View from here, a small hill, and on the right is the Loisach Valley. That drains also the Kochel Lake. We are at an altitude of about 600 meters in this region, but we'll soon start to climb. And on the right is the railway that goes also to Kochel am See. From Munich to Kochel am See. And now we enter the village of Kochel. It's very nice place here. There is a lot of tourism here in Kochel. Also an interesting museum, Franz Marc Museum, art museum. Very nice trekking possibilities. Also on the lake, so in summer also also go for a swim here. There is also a thermal bath. It's very, very nice. Also on the German Alpine road, a touristic road that crosses the German Alps from Berchtesgaden to Lindau. I filmed also some other parts of it around Tegernsee and Bad Tölz. I plan to film the whole of it once, because it's a very, very nice road, very spectacular, crossing the German mountains. I just saw that I forgot to put the CPL filter on, and it means that there are surely some reflections until now to be seen. The CPL filter is used to reduce these reflections on the windshield from the cardboard. I hope the image quality will get much better from now on. I thought it's on the filter, but it was just on the small bag that I have. Here on the left is the Franz Marc Museum, and now we can see the Kochel Lake. It's a very nice and quite big lake. There's a perimeter of about 15 kilometers at an altitude of exactly 600. There is a very nice hydroelectric plant here in Kochel. It uses the height difference between the Walchen and Kochel lakes. Walchen lake lies about 200 meters higher than Kochel. You will see it a little bit further, Walchen, because we will climb to it. And they build a hydroelectric plant use the height difference between these two lakes, so the water just goes through some pipes and it generates electricity. They are allowed to reduce the level of the Walchen lake with maximum 6 meters, and in order to have enough water that flows into Walchensee to use it on the plant, to generate electricity, they build some pipes to bring more water from Isar and Riesbach rivers. It's very, very nice lake here, Kochel, at the foothills of the mountains. There is also an information center of the hydroelectric plant. It's here on the right, I think. It should be very interesting to visit. Yes, it's here on the right. And from here on we start climbing. We have to gain about 250 meters in altitude. It's a very curvy road, a lot of hairpins on the way up to the Kesselbergpass. Kesselbergpass is at about 850 meters. It's a very, very nice climb, but it's quite slow. There are a lot of hairpins, like I said, and no overtaking possibilities. here. Don't know if you see them on the right. Mountain. There are some parking spaces from time to time, so you can stop and admire the views. Viewpoint here. The hydroelectric plant was finished in 1924. It's almost 100 years old. It was an engineering masterpiece for that time. They started to build it during the end phases of the First World War. They planned it starting from 1914 to 1918, and they started construction in 1918. It was very good, very difficult time because of the end phases of the war that Germany lost at the end. It was also at the beginning difficult to find workforce needed to build it. But they finished it in a record time of just 6 years. It was a very, very complex engineering project. And this is the big mountains in front of us. Herzogstand. A lot of people are in the mountains, of cars in these parkings. As we reach the top of the pass, Kesselbergpass, and from here on we'll descend to Walchen Lake. We are at 859 meters over sea level, and you have nice views of the Karwendel mountains. Very high mountains, over 2000 meters. also a few hairpins on the way down. You have to descend about 60 meters to the lake, Walchen Lake, or can already see it. Very, very big lake. One of the biggest in the German mountains. Also very deep. It has a perimeter of about 27 kilometers. That's a really big lake. Very spectacular. Can admire it now. I'll drive on the shore of it for about 10 kilometers. Then there's a small village of Urfeld, here near the lake. Some cafes. Very, very nice. The lake is really big. Really a lot of people profiting from this wonderful day to go on treks in the mountains. The water of the lake is crystal clear. I was walking around it once. That's very, very nice. enter the village of Walchensee. It's the main village on the lake. The biggest one. Easy at all to film under these conditions with a wet road. I think the wipers are also not the best one. You have to change them, I think. now finished the drive around on the shore of Walchensee, on the western shore of Walchensee, and now we are going towards the Isar river valley. That's a small pass here that you can barely feel. A watershed here between Walchen Lake and Isar Valley, Isar River. As I said, they have to bring water from Isar also to the lake or the hydro plant. But they are allowed to bring just a certain amount of water in order to keep some also on the river. Up in front of us with the views to the Mountains. As we enter the small village of Wallgau. From here you can drive on a very nice touristical road to Fortaris, following the Isar river, and the panorama of the Carvendel is very, very nice. Seeing here on the left there's a Soyern range of the Carvendel Mountains, which peaks up to 2300. From here we are on the Isar river valley. Isar flows from the Carvendel mountains from Austria through Munich and into the Danube, and it meets around Deggendorf. A very nice river, very nice valley. Higher plateau here. It's very nice. We are at altitudes of about 850 meters to 900 towards Mittenwald. We enter the village of Krün, It's a very nice area. You can do cross-country skiing. She waited really a lot. Should have passed in front of me. Village, Krün. Here are the foothills of these big mountains. It's very touristic also. A lot of tourists are coming here. And after Krün, the B11 ends as we join the B2. The B2 that starts from that crosses Germany from north to south to from the Austrian border near Mittenwald to the north part of the country. So we are now joining B2 towards Mittenwald. On the right was Garmisch-Partenkirchen on B2. They are now going towards Mittenwald. We are now approaching the very nice village of Mittenwald. It's a very nice place in the mountains here, situated at about 900 meters in altitude. There is also a historical core. The village was quite important in the late Middle Ages as this cross border here between Bavaria and Austria, and the state of Tyrol in Austria. So there are some older buildings to admire, and the villages also start for very nice hikes on the mountains. On the left of it, now in front of us, is a big Carvendal mountains, and on the right there is a very family-friendly hiking area on Kranzberg mountain. So it has everything, Mittenwald. A lot of tourists coming here every year. It's a very nice place. I also come from time to time to go in the nature here in Mittenwald. It's very nice. Here is access to it from the north. Here on the state road to Mittenwald North, and there is also an access farther south. I will still drive a little bit, not just till the border, not until the border, because it's not allowed, or it's allowed to cross now actually, but if I will cross it and I'll be back in Germany, I'll have to stay in quarantine for some days, and I don't want to do this. Otherwise I would have crossed the border just to fill the tank, as the prices in Germany went up after New Year's Eve, as they introduced a special tax for carbon dioxide emissions. There is also a big army base in Mittenwald. Mountaineers base. And there is also a cable car going to Karwendel from Mittenwald. Also a touristic attraction, this one. And with that being said, I will finish the video now on the bypass of Mittenwald. I hope you liked it, even if the filming was not done in the best conditions. I tried my best to keep the windshield clean. I don't know